Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 2 of the SNS show. I'm Alessandro and this is
Sima.
All right, and there we go, the SNS show. So, Sima, how are your holidays?
Oh, honestly, Ale, my holidays were wonderful. My birthday's on Christmas. Happy birthday to you! So I recently just celebrated my 20th birthday.
Okay, happy birthday.
Thank you so much. How are your holidays?
Well, they were nice. Actually, today I just got back from Disney World. It was really nice. Really nice. So a quick PSA to our viewers: don't go, because what Disney doesn't put on the website is that they don't give you any character interactions, which is what most people go to for Disney. So guys, save your money and go after COVID, okay? Literally 0 character interactions.
Yeah, sadly, that's the world we live in now. But I mean, at least you got to go. That's pretty fun.
It was a nice trip. It was some good family time. So yes, I did have a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that's good.
What about today? How was your day today?
My day was great. I actually just came back from the city again. Did a little bit of holiday shopping, and I know what you're thinking, like Sima, like this past, we like Russians like to celebrate New Year's. That's our big holiday for us. So that's when we give gifts. So we just had to finish a little bit of holiday shopping, and yeah, we just went around. They still have like beautiful things to look at. So I just love the city, and I love it during the holidays. So it was wonderful. How about you? What did you do today?
Well, let's see. I arrived, went to sleep, woke up, dragged myself out the bed to go to the gym. I get in the car, I drive out of the neighborhood just to find out the gym was going to close in 20 minutes. So I was like, well, and now I have my buddy over here just staring at me like, look at him. He's just staring at me like I'm stupid. Okay. Just for the shout out, we love The Mandalorian. Guys, check it out.
I hope you did something at home though. I did some stretching today in the morning.
Oh yeah. I ate. I ate.
Where's your split, Ale? I want to see
my split. My split is on my Instagram. You can see I do a split in the Roomba. If you can like the video.
Oh, absolutely. But when was that?
It was a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay. A few weeks ago, not bad. So
yeah. So it's kind of there. Tomorrow I'll go to the studio, and after not being there for about 2 or 3 days. So,
okay, there you go. That's good.
I'll update you guys. All right, guys. Well, since we want to maintain the holiday theme, since we're still in the holidays, let's talk about relationships, which is a big part of the holidays. We love to see mom and dad or boyfriend, girlfriend, siblings, friends, because the holidays is all about relationships. What do you think, Sima? Yes?
Absolutely. I definitely agree. It doesn't have to be like necessarily a significant other. It could be family, it could be friends. And yeah, holidays gives that warm, cuddly vibe, but 6 feet apart.
6 feet apart. Yes.
Yeah.
As Medea says, social distancing is what we need.
They supposed to be social distancing. Every damn body supposed to be social distancing. If you ain't social distancing, get your ass somewhere and sit down. Help save somebody my age. Hell, that's why I'm in this house locked up damn now. Social distance. Everybody needs social distance.
All right, so let's talk about the first kind of relationship. Since we're dancers, let's talk about dance partner relationships. So I'll talk a little bit about my amazing dance partner. My dance partner is Maddie. She's very nice. Obviously, no, she didn't pay me to say that. So about Maddie. So Maddie's pretty great. Maddie and I, we don't really fight. So let's talk about fighting during the dance partners. So Maddie and I, we have a pretty good relationship. I think the only thing that we disagree on is music. I think that's the only thing we disagree on. She prefers music such as like indie, some soft rock, which is nice from time to time. But this guy, I like to turn up when I'm warming up. I like to have fun. It's either a rap session for me or some Latina, some Daddy Yankee, some Ozuma. Or sometimes I will come in and maybe I'd like to hear some like Tchaikovsky, some Nutcracker, sometimes I can really switch it up. You know, in October, I went through a little bit of a phase. I listened to some indie music, so Maddie enjoyed that, yes. But Maddie and I, we don't really have any problems or issues when it comes to fighting. What about you, Sima? What do you think about partner relationships?
Oh, yeah, no. Me and Ginger, that's what I call him. My partner is Matthew K. Fitz, but we call him Ginger, so I'm going to call him Ginger. Me and Ginger, we actually have a really, really good relationship. Like, we also don't fight. I mean, we've been dancing for 3.5 years, so maybe there were a couple of disagreements and they kind of escalated, but it was never anything serious. It was never anything crazy. I honestly just like I love the partnership Matthew and I have. Like we're great together,
Yeah, Matthew's a pretty great guy. I love him. He's amazing. So now, at this point in the video, you may be asking us, gosh, are you going to talk about problems and solutions? Well, yes, I am, and thank you for asking. If you have problems with your partner, here's how to fix it. Now, before I continue, quick PSA, I am in no way an expert in psychology or anything of that nature, but let's see. Problem solutions with your dance partner. First of all, in any kind of relationship, I suggest talking, because going around and yes, talking is very important. Let's say, for instance,
key. Communication is key.
Is like key. 100%. Yes. Not signals, not misinterpretations, not assuming. Please put that in caps. Not assuming. Communication.
Right.
Communication. Let me run you a scenario. Let's say, for instance, I was to take a lecture or a class with a coach or instructor, and I understand something differently than Maddie, or Maddie understands something differently. Well, we misunderstand things, or we live in a different reality. Then instead of fighting about it, or arguing, or saying, no, you're doing it wrong, or even sometimes even cursing at the partner, which I am completely against. Please never curse at your partners. Talk about it. Relax. If you need to, step away 2 seconds, count the 30 sheep in your head, come back, drink a cup of coffee, come back, step away. If you need to, come back and talk about it, okay? Or sit there, maybe go over the lecture if you have any notes, any videos. And please, at the end of the day, I cannot repeat this enough. Talk about it. Sit down. If you guys storm off, drive home, or you make decisions when you're mad, don't do that. Impulsiveness. Don't make impulsive decisions when you're mad. Sima, what are your thoughts on these kinds of problems?
No, first of all, I agree with you on the communication is key. Absolutely. Like, I've learned that throughout my years, like, even being from 17 to now, like, I think completely differently, because before I would think, okay, like, I'll just keep it to myself. But, the more that you keep things to yourself, it piles and piles on. And then eventually, like, you might burst out. Either you end up crying, or you end up yelling at your dance partner or whatever. So it's like, it's just not a win-win situation. It's best to just talk about it, to discuss it. Personally, Matthew and I, like, the disagreements that we did have, eventually we did have solutions to it, which is, let's say, like, for example, we both had our own type of style that we wanted to do there, but we want to match. So I'm saying, I want to do it on this timing. And Matthew's saying, well, I want to do it on this timing. What we end up doing is we do both versions. We're like, okay, let's just do both versions and see which one looks best. And then we do it. And then eventually I'm like, what, Matthew, you're right. Yours was better. Or he's like, actually, Sima, yours looks much better. So, it's just a thing where we have to talk about it. We have to be open to ideas. We have to, just kind of find this ground where you both can decide together, because partnerships, relationships in general, it's two people. It's not one person and leading and then that's it. It's two people and two different visions, two different minds, and no matter how alike you could be as personality wise, it's still two different people, two different minds. So communication is a huge
is key. We cannot express it enough.
We need it up here, like, communication is key. I'll write it on my phone.
Communication is key.
Communication is key.
No kidding. So let me ask, what do you think in these problems when we have arguments? What do you think about pride? Where should that be?
Pride? Like specify a little bit. What do you mean by, like,
So when
where's
someone is
pride?
too proud, to admit they're wrong, or someone is too proud that they want to stand their ground, like if Sima, you tell me that my turtleneck is black, it's white, but you keep telling me it's black. Proud, being proud.
Well, I mean, honestly, Ale, like that's gonna get me nowhere. You know, just like being too proud, even if I'm wrong in a situation. If you're, let's say that you're not exactly correct in the situation, or you could have handled the situation better, it's best to kind of just let go and be like, this is not going to help anyone if you're going to be too proud, if you're just going to be a little bit stubborn in this situation and, you know, not try to understand what the other person is trying to explain to you or whatever. So, you know, it's best to just let go, cool down, let go, and, you know, try to see what that other person is. Again, like open mind. I don't know. I personally can't say like I had a, maybe I did. I'm lying. I don't want to be like, oh, I didn't, because Matthew's gonna be listening to this and be like, huh, remember that time? And I'm gonna be like, oh my god, wait. But like but like definitely for sure, like now knowing like I can't be stubborn in a situation, be like, no, I'm right, because it's just not gonna do anything. Okay, and you're right. Now what? Move on, right? So
Right.
that's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think now when Maddie watches this, she's going to be playing indie music even louder in the studios.
As she should.
No, don't encourage her.
Listening to this, girl, play that music. Sorry,
Oh my. All right, Maddie, 2 seconds. We're going to step away and we're going to talk about partner dating. All right, guys.
Wait,
all right, Maddie.
Maddie?
No, I mean, if Maddie's watching this, just 1 second. We're going to talk about partner dating in a second. I love you, Maddie. I love you to death. So I'll tell you my perspective on partner dating. So my perspective is don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But that's for me, only for me. I have a rule for myself. I don't partner date and I don't studio date. So partner dating, you know, don't partner date, don't date my partner. And then don't studio date is don't date people in my studio. So that's the kind of rule I try to stick by. So yeah, I don't partner date or studio date. But don't get me wrong. My best friends, some of my best friends are dancers and they're together. So Claire and Alex, I'm going to brag about them for a bit. They've been together for over a year. They got together in Nationals of 2019, just a little bit before Nationals, and they make it work. They're amazing. Those two are some of my closest friends I could ever have. They've been through there for me thick and thin. Now we're going into a little too deep. That's later in this video, but I think dance relationships can work to dating because they make it work, and then you know, husbands and wife. Once you get a little more mature in life, of course, I agree 100%. I definitely plan on marrying hopefully someone in the dance field, but a little bit, let's stay in the topic of the youth, a little bit younger, under 21, this area. I think it can be difficult. I think it can be difficult, but it can also work. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends are together.
It definitely could work. I agree that it could work, and I don't like, you know, it's not my business really, like who dates who and whatever. But personally, I made a commitment to myself that I will not date any of my dance partners. I keep things professional because I personally won't be able to work with someone that I'm like dating, meaning like in dance specifically.
Right.
Again, it's like I'm friends with my dance partners and all, but we've gotten into arguments. Well, Matthew a little less, previous partners a little bit more, but we've gotten into arguments and everything, and I just can't imagine like arguing over something that we're both really passionate about with someone that I love. You know, it's hard. But the people that make it work, I applaud you. I salute.
I really do. Yes.
Like I actually one time was told by this lady. She obviously was joking, but like, is she wrong though? I'll tell you what she said. She's like, skip the dating part if you're gonna date your partner. She's like, either you don't date or you straight away get married. Because
there you go.
You know, the marriage stage, you're there and it's like done.
You're already there, you know, just
exactly. And the dating, it's like breaking up and stuff. So the whole like, and I get the whole saying because it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But people make it work.
That's true. So a little bit of off topic, but still in the topic of partner dating. Dancers, athletes who are listening, Doesn't matter whether you're a dancer, basketball player. Let me tell you. If you're a dancer or an athlete and you have a boyfriend or girlfriend that's not in your field, do not let them change your sport. All right? So what do I mean? Dancers, ladies, men, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend outside the dance world, don't let it affect the dance world. Okay? Rule number 1, please don't. All right, that's one of my biggest rules. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't date, because I'm so focused on my dance career. If I put something in between, it's gonna mess it all up. So please, guys, a quick PSA. Ladies, men, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, if you have a significant other, please do not change your plans, your future, your career for them, okay? Because at the end of the day, they are a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And let me tell you, that word ends with the word end. Boyfriend, girlfriend, it's gonna end. But your career isn't, unless you keep working on it. So please, work on your career. All right, so Sima, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, in general, don't ever let anyone change your dreams, your career, like whatever you love. Like, I do agree in a sense that, you have to continue doing what you love, whatever sport you're doing, whatever career path you take. Like, if you want to take that path, if you want to do those sports, then go for it. But I don't know, I'm just like such a hopeless romantic, and like I believe in like, doing it with a partner you love and all that.
I mean, yes, me too. I know, but
I know you're Italian, you have to be romantic. Like, like I know.
Ragazze, sono singolo.
I'm actually learning Italian. This is off topic.
See? Okay.
I am. Yes. Wait, I could tell you that.
What have you learned so far?
How about next podcast? I'll say a couple sentences.
We'll do it only in Italian.
So I'm gonna say, like, I could say, io sono una ragazza.
You're clearly doing it on Duolingo, because that's all Maddie says. Io sono una ragazza. Io mangio una mela.
I'm not una ragazza. I'm la donna. So
La donna. Una
right.
donna. Una donna.
Un donna, right?
No, una.
Una donna, right.
No, tu non sei una donna. Tu sei una donna bellissima. I don't know why I did this. I just disgraced all Italians by doing this.
Right. But no. But yeah, so aside from all the Italian that I've learned, because I'm such a professional now, yeah, that's just like my thoughts on it. Definitely do your, like, I don't know. I'm a person that goes for her, like, goes for the career, and I love that. But make time. Ale, you're young. You're gonna have time. We're young. We're both very young. We have time. But also, don't be afraid to mix in a relationship. If that person is supportive of what you do and is supportive of the fact that you're busy and that you spend a lot of time in the studio and working, then there shouldn't be any problems, even though they're not, like, it's not a dancer or someone.
Moving on to coach relationships. I have had some of the greatest coaches in my short career so far, and I'm very grateful for all of them. Mm-hmm. Currently, my Latin coach is Caterina Volgina, and my standard coach is Salvatore Todaro, or as many of him call him here in the US, Todaro.
Wait, Todaro? Okay, now yes, I know.
It's Todaro. Everyone here calls him Todaro, and it's just put some respect on his name.
Right? No. Actually, it's nice to like pronounce it properly. But thank you for letting us know.
We had when he first came here to the U.S. a few years ago, everybody thought he was my uncle or something. He was a relative, because my mother. Yeah, my mother is also Fiorenza Todaro. So everybody thought, oh my gosh, the family's judging him. No, don't worry. We are not related.
I questioned that, because your mother has Todaro on Facebook, and I was like, wait a second. Oh, this must be like his uncle or something.
Todaro is a kind of I wouldn't say popular, but it is very, it's not surprising to find a Todaro in Sicily.
Okay, that's interesting. All right.
But if I had to say if I had to describe what my relationship is with Miss Katrina and Salvo, I say Miss Katrina because, we're at the studio, we're always around kids, so, it's Miss Katrina. But my relationship with Katrina and Salvo is honestly like a mother and father figure. Katrina is a complete mother figure to me. I feel like she adopted me into the studio last year. I joined her team, and ever since, I feel so happy to be part of her team. She really makes me feel like I'm gonna go places with my dancing. To be a dancer, you honestly need to be self-motivated. It's a contributing factor, but to have a coach like Katrina, the way she motivates you and shows you what love is, there's many kinds of different loves. You can have like a partner love and coach love. The kind of love that she gives is both a coach love and a mother love. And about Salvo as well. Salvo's an Italian man, Sicilian actually. Italians and Sicilians really know how to show love and appreciation. I have a lot of gratitude towards my coaches. I was asked the other day, Ale, your career seems to be going places. You seem like you're dedicated and committed. Who do you feel 100% gratitude for? Who do you feel the most thankful for? And I say, well, of course, apart from my parents, Katrina and Salvo, because they've shown me what caring truly means. I've had lessons where sometimes a coach will put the clock, okay, 45 minutes, and as soon as 45 minutes done, okay, lesson's over, bow, thank you. With Katrina and Salvo, no, it's not like they put a clock. They give us their time, and whether we go over or we may start early, it doesn't matter about the clock. They give us their time of day, and they give us the knowledge that I need, that Maddie needs, and it truly shows. Sima, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I don't know Salvo personally, but from things that I've heard about him, mainly from you, he really does sound like a great person and someone that you could trust. And I know Katrina personally, and I think she's a great woman, and she has, listened to me and, talked about things with me on a kind of a personal level, and I trusted her, so I definitely get that. She definitely gives that motherly vibe, and especially like her being your coach, I 100% could see that Katrina will literally take you under her wing like a mama bird, So yeah, and everything you were just saying, it just made me tear up a little. But currently my coach is Vladimir Karpov, and I have to say, and people know this, I literally call him my dance dad, my second papachka, everything. He's literally a second father to me. It's insane, because it's like I did not think that I would have a father figure aside from also like I have my father that I love, and he's incredible, and he supports me, and I love him and support him with whatever he needs support with, but then I also have this father figure, and I would always think, oh, I have just my dad, that's good, but no, Vova, I'm gonna call him Vova because that's what I call him. Vova really steps up to that position, especially when it comes to dance, but also, like you said, life. Like sometimes I would go to him for some personal, questions, for some advice, and I don't know, I just feel him so close to my heart. And actually, him and his family called today because they flew on Christmas, they went on vacation and everything, and they called today to wish me a belated birthday, and it was just so touching to see him and Maria, his wife, and his two beautiful kids, just calling in the morning and wishing me a happy birthday. And it's just I love them all so much, and I love Vladimir so much. He really I respect him a lot. I respect him so much. I can never imagine, being in a position where I would disrespect him in any way, or I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't.
100%. I agree. I think what to add to your point is, I think with Katrina and Salvo, and I'm sure the same feeling is for you, for Vova, is the worst feeling in the world is if they're disappointed in us. If Katrina or Salvo was ever disappointed in me, ouch. I don't. If they're mad at me, okay. Katrina, Salvo, I love you. If you're mad at me, okay. But if they're disappointed in me, ouch. That one is.
No, yeah, I totally agree. Disappointment is completely different, and I get so emotional. Like if Volva's ever disappointed in me, like, oh my God, it's the end for me. Like it will definitely be the end for me if he's ever disappointed. But like Mad, yeah, I know. Mad, it's like,
Oh, you mad?
It's scary, but I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then we work it out, whatever. But disappointed is definitely a different thing.
100%. I think
I
it
don't want
was.
to disappoint him, you know?
Yes.
I never, like, you know, I don't want to disappoint my parents. I wouldn't want to disappoint my second dad too. He's my parent, you know?
Yeah. I think what goes underrated by a lot, and I mean a lot, is everyone thinks, oh, dance coach. Okay, it's in the name, dance coach. They coach dance. No. I have learned so much from Salvo and Katrina from my personal life as well, because I go to Katrina with everything that I have, and Salvo as well. Salvo, first of all, if I don't know how to dress or I don't know what to wear, Salvo's the first person I'm going to. Oh, Salvo, how do I wear this? And actually,
yeah.
But yeah, so I would compare before Katrina adopted me into her studio, and I would compare Katrina to Colonel Richie. So Colonel Richie is a retired Army soldier, full bird 06, and her last assignment, I believe, was a logistics officer as under the Army Material Command in headquarters in Huntsville, Alabama. A little bit about Colonel and what she means to me. She was a second mother to me and still is. I still keep in touch with her. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for her. She got me through my first heartbreak in high school. She got me through a lot of things. You know, there were months, my junior and senior year, where I guess life was hard. Or as I was learning and experiencing life experiences, Colonel was right there like a second hand. She was like a second mother to me. And I would compare Katrina to Colonel. Katrina is like my Colonel Richie, and Colonel Richie is like my Katrina. They're both very important female figures in my life. I would say if I have a scale, a ranking, the top 3 females in my life are my mother, Fiorenza, Colonel Richie, and Katrina Volgina. And then my top male figures, of course, are my father and Salvatore. So those two are some of the most important people in my life today. So, if one day I lose track of self-motivation, or someday I'm not feeling, the Alessandro Scalora, the jolly Ole, I go to them and I talk to them. I ask them how their day is going. They talk to me, and it just brings me back. What about you, Sima? Do you have a Colonel Richie?
Yeah, I mean, my Colonel Richie, I really do have to say, is Volva. That's my Colonel Richie. And the thing is, I like, again, like you said, putting the top people in my life, it's like they're all leveled out. It's, my dad, my mom, my brother, my whole family, basically. And that does include Vladimir and his family. Definitely have that same love and respect. But, Ale, I just wanted to touch up on what you were saying. You are such a lucky guy, because, look, you put 3 amazing women on your top scale that you love and respect. And then you also have 2 amazing men that you love and respect that you put up on the scale. You have 5 people that, will help you, will support you, will give you that motivation, will teach you things, will tell you that this is wrong to do, and that's amazing. That is lucky. That is incredible. And, and they're lucky to have you. They're lucky to have you, to always remind them that, they're needed, that they can help someone. So, I love this topic that we got into, because it's just very touching. Like, again, relationships and friendships, and just in general. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Like, relationships, they're just so important. And I'm glad that, you have those people in your life. And I'm glad for the people that I have in my life. So yeah, I like this topic.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So being on the topic of these coaches feeling like mothers and fathers, let's take 2 seconds and talk about mothers and fathers. Let's move on to parent relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So my 2 cents on this. The other day, I was asked, and then I also asked this question in some of my interviews. What do you feel is the biggest sacrifice you have made for your dance career? Me, personally, Alessandro Scalora, I've made 0 sacrifices. 0.
Mhm.
And let me tell you why. I love this sport. I live for this sport. Dance sport is my life. And I'm willing to do anything for it. I'm committed to this sport. So whatever choice I make, whether it's moving to a different country or coming here to Atlanta, moving away from my parents at such a young age, while yes, it was a tough decision to make, it's not a sacrifice because I love what I do. Now, the people who do make the sacrifices are parents, because guess who's financially supporting these dreams? Dr. Scalora and Miss Todaro. So they're the ones making the real sacrifice.
Yeah.
So that's what I like, my 2 cents on this, because a lot of people say, oh yes, I make so many sacrifices. The other day I couldn't go out with my friends. It was so hard. I don't have a social life. I don't have friends. It's called life. Sorry.
Come on.
Come
Yeah.
on.
No,
if you love what you do.
I agree with you. Parents make a sacrifice 100%. My parents, how they have financially supported me, morally supported me through my dance career, and just in general, things that I do with school, with dance, with, job opportunities and everything. Like, bless my parents, bless them. I love them so much. And I think, parents that are super supportive is always just such a good thing, or even if it's, not parents, if it's guardians or if it's just parental figures. I think, having, again, that relationship with someone that could guide you to a good place or support you in any way that they can is just something I feel everyone needs in their life,
It's always easier to make your decisions when you have your support of your parents. That's true.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Not like for your parents to decide for you. That's a little bit difficult. But in some cases, there are so many times, because I'm young, I was careless, stupid. I could, make a wrong decision, but my parents could guide me to the right decision, and they have multiple times. Or they would tell me, Sima, think about that again. We've been through this. We just don't want you to go through it, but think about it again. And, I would think, and I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. So yeah, definitely having, that figure, like parental figure, whoever it is in your life, to guide you or to support you is so, so huge, so important.
100. So that is with our parents, amazing parents. Now, parents always have goals for us, and clearly we have them for ourselves, self-motivation. So with the new year coming up, what are some goals you have, Sima?
With the new year coming up, I mean, we started working in the magazine for USA Dance. I am looking forward to working for that. I am also looking forward to the new semester that's going to be coming up in college, because, new classes and everything. I am looking forward to improving my dancing, like always. That's my goal every year. And I kind of want to invest in a new activity. So I'll think about what that activity will be. But I definitely want to start a new activity. I know I'm crazy. I do so many things, and I just keep
balance all of it.
I just do. I love everything that I do, so it's like I find the time. But yeah, I have to think a little bit more on my goals, 100%. But I'm excited for the new year. I know that this year has been difficult, very difficult. And I know that it's not going to be easy right away once the new year hits, but, we have to make the best of it. We have to try our best to keep living life and just moving on, So, goals.
Yes, good. Let's see. What are some of my goals? Well, of course, dancing better, like you said. This has to happen. Goals. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and maybe you guys won't like it. I live my life day to day. Yes, I have my goals. I have my big term goals in the sense I know where I want to be in 5 to 10 years. But short term goals, I wake up every day. I go to the gym. I try to eat healthy. So like, if we're talking about goals like that, some people are like, oh, for New Year's, I want to eat healthier. Or New Year's, I want to go to the gym. Okay. I mean,
that's good. Good goals.
It's
I
good
like those.
goals. I consider them like daily tasks as an athlete. I mean, I think many athletes do. But I wouldn't say I have many short-term goals. I see Scalora DanceSport in the long-term future, long terms. I see my dancing long terms. I see my relationships long terms. So that's the thing, I guess, about me. A lot of people tend to think maybe short term. As if we talk a little bit more about relationships, people tend to think short term, but I'm not in it for short term. I'm always long term, so that's my thing. So we'll see where this new year will take me. I'm very excited. That's my thing. I know where I want to go, and the transition from A to B is what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see where the US. Right, the journey, yes. I'm hopeful, but I'm interested to see how the US will continue to handle the situation with COVID, how the world will handle it, where dance is going to go, because like at the end of the day, tomorrow's not promised. So that's why I try to live day to day, live my best, live life to the fullest. And as Ray Shmurda says, you got to live life like you live twice, you know?
Yeah.
I don't check the price. Hey, all I do is swipe. I don't got no type.
Thank you for throwing it back to when I was, I think, in middle school or high school, and they were like, I'm getting.
I think that was middle school for me, yeah. But don't forget to email us, as our next episode will be in 2021. So you can email us videos, memes, project ideas. We will be having guests soon, topic ideas. Sima, close us out.
I just want to say thank you guys again for listening to the SNS show episode 2. Excuse me. I think we're just very tired, but
yes,
I'm so happy, for you that you guys joined. We actually had so many people watching and messaging us, and we appreciate all of that love. And email us some of your things. We want to talk about you guys. We want to talk with you guys. So of course, again, email us at the ssshowsds@gmail.com. We love you guys, and peace out. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yes. So guys, happy holidays, happy New Year's, stay safe, and peace out.
Woo!